Hello, I'm Shay Belanger, a member of the Immigration Advising Team at Carleton University's Global Opportunities and International Student Services Office. Here is the personal information and submitting the application information presentation for you. When you apply for a study permit, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, or IRCC, will review information about yourself and your personal history to decide if you may be admitted to Canada. You're applying for a study permit. Do you really intend to study when you arrive? You're applying to come to Canada temporarily. Will you leave Canada at the end of your authorized stay? Will you be able to pay your expenses in Canada? Do you pose any health, criminal, or security risks to Canadians? In addition to proof of your identity, which is your passport, you'll have to answer questions about your family, travel, education, work, participation in the military, encounters with law enforcement, health, and memberships in organizations. You must answer truthfully, correctly, and completely. Failure to do so is called misrepresentation, a very serious issue for immigration officials. The information you provide in this application will be used to decide whether to issue you a study permit. It is also entered into your permanent file with IRCC. Many of the questions are answered with a quick yes or no, and some of them may not apply to you, but read them all carefully before answering. For example, in the section about criminal activities, there are questions about committing acts, being charged and arrested, not just about being found guilty. There's another question about whether you've ever been refused a visa. Some people think this just means for Canada, but actually it means for any country. If you answer yes to any questions, you must go on to provide details. Sometimes the explanation does not fit onto the application form. In that case, write a letter of explanation. Depending on where you live or have visited recently, you may need to undergo an immigration medical exam. This exam must be done by a doctor who is designated by IRCC as a panel physician. You can choose to do the exam upfront and include the receipt the doctor gives you as part of your application, or you may submit your application and wait for medical instructions from IRCC. As a part of your application, you'll be asked to give consent to information sharing between Carleton University and IRCC. It's easy to check that box, but I want you to understand why the question is there. When you come to Canada with a study permit as a condition of your status, you are supposed to actively study during each regular term. Carleton will report to IRCC twice a year whether you are registered or not registered in classes. We must agree before coming to Canada that this information may be shared. This is the only information about you that is shared directly between the university and the Canadian government. When all your documents are uploaded to the application, you're ready to pay fees. Electronically sign and submit your application. You may wonder about the cost of applying for a study permit. In Canadian dollars, the application fee is $150. The biometrics fee adds $85. These study permit application costs are paid to IRCC through the secure account. In addition, students who require an immigration medical exam will pay the physician's fees. That will be probably at least $250. Some students will incur additional and variable costs, which may include police record checks, language tests, translations, and visa application center passport handling charges. After you submit your online application, watch for email notifications to check messages in your secure account. Sometimes after you submit your application, IRCC will send biometric instructions. Biometrics means fingerprints and a photo. These are collected at a visa application center. Some students may have to travel to give their biometrics, in some cases, even to another country. When an application is about to be approved, IRCC will send instructions for delivering your passport for insertion of your visa if you need one. IRCC will also provide a letter of introduction to all approved applicants. Bring this letter with you when you come to Canada, and your study permit will be issued at the port of entry. For more information to help you prepare for travel to Canada, see the IRCC's website. Continue to video number 4 to learn about your writing a study plan for your study permit application. Thank you so much for listening.